Hey everyone, it's Kimberly here with CataLeads Systems. I am here today with John, and I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself, and then I'll let John introduce himself. I am the client success manager here. I'm also a real estate agent and have been since 2005 in the greater Palm Springs area. So I love what I do, and John is a fabulous client of ours, and I'm looking forward to having this interview with you, John, just so we can kind of understand what your thoughts are and everything else. So if you don't mind, will you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're at, your market, and we'll just start off there.
That sounds great. Thank you for having me, Kimberly. Yeah, my name is John Fodnazio. I'm with the Fodnazio team at eXp Realty Luxury. I service the San Francisco Bay Area and the North Lake Tahoe region up in Northern California.
Fantastic. And how long have you been an agent, John?
I just had my 10-year anniversary back in December, so I'm in my 11th year of selling real estate.
Nice, nice, perfect, perfect. And the Tahoe area should be perfect this time of year with
Starting to pick
sellers,
up.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, sun's out, people are ready to go.
right. Sun's out and boats are out.
No
Or
doubt.
probably not yet. It's probably still a
They're
little
just
cold for
starting
that.
to. It's been, yeah, they're just starting to get out on the lake. It's been weird weather. It'll be 65 one day and snowing the next day. So welcome to
Oh,
springtime
okay.
in
Yeah.
the mountains.
Not ready for boating yet, but
Not quite.
close. So John, when you were looking for a lead source to go to, have you used other lead sources? And what made you decide to go with CataLeads as your decision of who you chose to go with?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So I come from a printing and advertising background. I sold marketing to high-tech companies here in the Bay Areas for several years prior to getting into real estate. So I had a pretty good understanding of marketing and grew my business through a lot of my own digital marketing efforts. I've
Okay.
run the gamut of Zillow and Trulia and Redfin and all the other partners and companies, so quote unquote tech companies that we're doing with lead generation. But I always found that my own lead generation was the most successful. I ran across you guys through actually on an Instagram and saw something
Oh,
on
okay.
Instagram that somebody was talking about CataLeads. And was very intrigued because I was looking into some type of automation with regard to ISAs and pre-qualification. I get the leads that I was paying for myself, but having the process in place was missing. So when I had an opportunity to speak with you guys and hear about it, it was exactly what I wanted to do or envision in my mind. And you guys had that process in place. So I did some vetting and spoke to a handful of your people and decided to give it a go. I
Perfect.
always like to partner with people who are visionaries with regard to um, generating leads for real estate and give them a try to see if there's a good fit. And at the time, I had the budget ready to go. The timing was perfect. It was at the end of the year, and we were getting ready to kind of allocate some funds. And I will tell you, we had success right off the bat, like which I was very
Fantastic.
surprised with, by the way. And not to say that you guys don't provide quality leads, you do. But my mindset going into this was we're going to build a database and figure out a platform to if I can have an opportunity to have a conversation with somebody, foster that relationship as an annuity. Um,
Gotcha.
and immediately from the conversations that we started having with our clients, probably the first two listing appointments that I had in person, both of those people, we talked them out of selling and actually investing in more real estate. So we got two
Oh, I
deals
remember
right out of
that.
the
I
bat.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, which was amazing. And now it turns out that they've referred us some people. And you know, but everything else is kind of in accordance with what we had planned was going to be this runway of conversion. I think we're darn near 65 to 70 leads so far in about three and a half months. We've had communication with about 70% of those folks. And about 40% of them have invited us out to come visit their property. And pretty confident that we're going to have a pretty successful close rate in 12 months because we've just have some circumstances that they can't sell immediately, but we've engaged with them. So it's been really good. And again, you have to be an active participant in something like this, right?
Yeah,
It's not
absolutely.
like Zillow where they just like, hey, I want to go see a house, and great, we'll write a contract later today. This is you have to nurture these leads as if you were bringing them in yourself.
Absolutely, 100%. So if what I'm hearing you say is basically CataLeads has taken that uh, thing, the weight off your plate and done the calling and the follow up for you to get those
Yes.
callers so that you could go out and do what you're doing best, and that's selling, nurturing, following up, getting in the door, and being an agent. So
Yeah.
I love that. And yeah, thank you for sharing that because I remember that first appointment when you told me that you talked them into not selling and taking the equity and buying something else. And that was so exciting to see that
Yeah.
happen right off the bat. And you've got several really good listing potential opportunities coming up, right?
Well, yeah, 100% we do. I mean, I think obviously the ultimate goal is to get the listing with the clients, but I've taken the approach with a lot of the leads that have come through. It's always nice to have an opportunity to have a conversation with somebody, right? Because you can pay for all the leads you want, but if trying to get somebody on the phone to have a conversation with you or meet with you in person is exponentially difficult. And so having you guys vet these leads for us and hand them off as a warm lead, we can launch right into a conversation about real estate. And the approach that we've been very successful with is very consultative. Let's be your all things real estate person, right? We may not conduct business immediately, but if we can foster a relationship with you, we can invite you to events, we can keep you educated. You need a handyman, I got a handyman. You need a painter, I got a painter. Building that relationship now, that's where I circle back to what I said earlier, is the annuity, right? Putting the time and the investment in this, because eventually those people are going to sell. And it's a tough market right now for a lot of people to
Absolutely.
sell, like trying to find the person who needs to move, who has a 3% interest rate, that there is a strong drive to sell their property. Those people are very few and far between. So
Correct.
nurturing these relationships. Now, you remember, what is it, the old Pert commercial? You tell two friends, and then they tell two friends, and then they
Right.
tell two friends, right?
Yes,
You
I'm that
guys are
old. I
giving us
remember that commercial.
Yeah, well, you guys are giving us the basis to have a conversation with an individual, and we're nurturing that to foster a referral network from that one individual, right? Again, coming
100%.
back to, we want to be all things real estate. So that success from that, and the people we're being introduced to from even if we're not transacting immediately with the leads that we're getting from you guys, which we are, has helped us really build a much stronger and deeper pipeline than I imagined.
Perfect. So, yeah, as you mentioned, the market is tough, and I'm down here in lower Southern California, and you're up in Northern California. And it is a tough market right now. So, what I'm hearing from agents, and I'm guessing what you're saying is you're literally building for Q3, Q4, and
And
for
beyond.
your future, and
Yeah,
just keeping that pipeline going, which that's what our goal is. So, I appreciate that. I love that. And hopefully we all see such a great return on investment, and obviously you feel that you're going to be returning your investment or you wouldn't still be here, right?
absolutely. Yeah, no, it's been a really good relationship, and we're very happy. I'm very happy that we decided to do that. You did mention this earlier, but I think it was less than 30 days after we started with the 10 zip codes, we immediately added another 10 because we were feeling that we were getting such great success,
That's oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no,
right?
I'm glad you brought that
Yeah.
up too. I forgot about that.
We
Yeah,
bought right
you're
back
right.
in.
You
Yeah.
bought another tier up. So that
Yes.
speaks volumes right there. So
No
I
doubt.
love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you, John. I guess on another note, just how has your experience been as far as customer service, follow up, being able to get help when you need help, or that type of experience, not just the leads, but the follow up and the customer service masterminds experience and the community in general.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of this is still relatively new for us because we've been in it for what, just shy of 4 months at this point.
Mhm.
Um, whenever there's some type of issue, or I know that we've received some information or lack of information sometimes, and technology doesn't work 100% of the time. You guys have been super responsive to get us information. We've worked on a couple of things just to try and make sure we've got integrations, and my CRM system, my people on my end have been very gracious to kind of pull things together. I mean, no real complaints. I think it's a tough listen. We're all in the same ship. Real estate is difficult right now. It's very difficult. And to have a partner like CataLeads that's out there helping us foster relationships and have conversations with potential clients is huge, because then I can focus my energies on that. And I talk about this all the time with other real estate agents. I feel like we're working twice as hard for the same result. And I know that you guys are working, we've had this conversation, Kimberly, you guys are working 3 times as hard to get us the
Right.
results that you need. And that's great. My advice to anybody that wants to sign up with CataLeads is you gotta work it. That you have to invest your own time. Not only, you can't just rely solely on CataLeads. You have to work these people. You have to treat them like they are hot, warm leads that are coming in, and nurture them, because as we all know, anybody that spent any money on leads, there isn't an instantaneous return on it. You gotta work the land. You
Yeah.
gotta work the land, right?
Yeah. We're back to the days of plowing and farming
100%.
and going back to old school real estate.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you taking the time to do this, John, and I really appreciate having you here with us at Cattle Leads in general. And you've been so much fun and helpful. And yeah, you're John's always a hoot. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day and doing this. And
absolutely.
I'm looking
Glad to.
forward to many more months.
Absolutely. No, I'm happy to do it. I'm always happy to take phone calls from people who are considering joining with you guys, because we've had some really good success. And I think we've put together a really good blueprint on our end of how to handle and manage these leads as they come in, and happy to share that with anybody. So thank
Oh, I
you guys.
appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. All right.